All right, everybody. So I am here with TC, and TC is a tattoo artist and sketch artist from Hamilton, and we're going to be talking about her career path, her creative designs as she's sitting by one of her favorite pieces, Lauryn Hill. And TC's going to give a little bit more about her personality. She looks simple, but she's very complex. So let's get right into it. How are you doing today, TC?
I'm good. Yourself?
I am great. I can't wait for these people to know like what you're up to, how you go about your artwork, and just the passion you have behind it. So how long have you been tattooing, and what was like your first tattoo?
I've been tattooing for about 10 years now.
Wow.
It's been a minute, yeah.
Okay.
My first tattoo was of stars on my god sister's hand.
Nice.
It wasn't the greatest, but we had some fun with it, and she still has it, and she would never want to cover it up.
Wow, so your first tattoo was not on yourself, it was on somebody else.
Yes.
Okay. Why Hamilton? Of all the places in the city, why Hamilton?
To be honest, I've tattooed in Toronto most of my career. It's just that in Hamilton, it's a smaller community, and there's really not much of a community of tattoos out here. So I just wanted to like step into this area and expand a little bit.
Nice. Okay, I could see that. It's very diversified in different places, so you felt like Hamilton was where you would best fit in, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. And you've been in Toronto before for most of your time?
Yes, I have.
Nice. So how do you deal with people with skin conditions? Because I mean, tattooing, it starts pretty much on paper, I'm sure, with your designs and all that good stuff. And then you transfer it onto somebody's body or their canvas.
Yeah.
So how do you pick and choose when somebody has a skin condition? Like, how do you give them that, okay, yeah, we're going to do this?
To be honest, it all depends on what kind of skin condition. If it's something common, we can usually work with it. But if it's like a rare condition, you have to actually speak to your doctor, consult with them, see what's best steps to take with it beforehand.
Nice. So you do actually pay a lot of attention to that. People just can't come to you and say, let's do this, and you just get right into it.
Definitely, we have to like look into that.
Nice. That's very respectable. So that leads me into wondering, like, what are your health and safety pre and post processes? Because does somebody need to be screened before they come to you?
Prior to a tattoo, I usually do a consultation. We'll sit down, we'll talk about the placement, the size, and then we'll talk about like the skin and everything like that. Just to make sure you understand and feel comfortable with what's happening and what's gonna take place. So then after we sit down and talk about it, I will wrap all my supplies up and make sure there's no cross-contamination and everything like that.
Don't want that, no?
And make sure everything's all clean and everything like that. And then I would show you all my supplies and make sure you know that everything that I'm using is clean and everything's fresh. Just to make sure you have that peace of mind to make sure everything's okay.
So what about age range? I mean, how old does a person have to be to get like a tattoo with you? Like,
to get a tattoo by yourself, you have to be legal age 18. But if you have a parent with you, you can come and get one at 16.
wow, okay. So what are your tattoo guidelines? Like, I mean, I know you said like 16 and whatnot, but like, let's talk about people that maybe have HIV, or like people that maybe have something that's really like a big concern maybe, and that you're kind of careful how you tread on how you choose.
I have tattooed people with HIV. It's not it's a big concern, yes. It's just something I'm comfortable with doing. I understand and I have experience with that, because of people, I wouldn't shun them away because of their differences. Just because you have that, I would take my procedures and do my research and make sure I have all the supplies and make sure that I understand exactly what's going to be happening.
Yeah, because it's not just even limited to HIV. It could be hepatitis or anything transferable,
Exactly.
right? So there is no real stigma that you're saying, okay, because you have such a condition, I can't work with you. It's, let's talk about it.
Exactly.
Right? Okay, so I like that you're very open. What makes you a unique tattoo artist?
I would have to say, I guess my skills.
She's being modest, I'm sure.
I guess I like to make it personal. I like to make sure everybody that I'm tattooing understands what they're doing and understands that this is a lifetime altering situation. This is for life. This is something that it's going to be a part of you forever. And a lot of people come to me when they're having or going through something like that, or going through some stressful situation, and that they consider it as like a type of therapy. So like
So they
try
might
to be
think it's
there.
temporary, but you're doing it in the moment.
Exactly, but it's
Okay.
just a lifetime thing. So like it's gonna be a reminder of that time and moment in your life. So I'd rather them feel as if like I'm gonna be there. I'm not just doing this for the money. I'm in it for the art and the passion of it.
Yeah, because I know you do a lot of memorial pieces. So for some people, like it's just because that moment happened, they want to do it. So do you ever like have you ever had to really steer somebody away from a certain piece because you felt like okay, it's just maybe a temporary boyfriend or girlfriend?
Definitely, I'd rather not do boyfriend and girlfriend tattoos, to be honest, because like stigma is like the persona about that is like everybody's gonna like break up after that.
Oh gosh.
Bad luck to people. So like I'd rather not do that tattoo, and then you like 6 months later you're coming to me crying.
To do
I need to
touch-ups.
cover this up. Like I don't want his name on me anymore. I'd rather not do that. And how about we just do matching tattoos? That always works.
So it's kind of fair to say that you're a sentimental tattoo artist.
Yes, definitely.
It's not just because you have the ink and let's go. It's like you're very careful about your pieces because it's also a piece of you embedded on people's skin.
Exactly. You're gonna remember me for the rest of your life, so I might as well put a good stamp on
Your
it.
personal touch to it. Nice. Okay. What other artistic endeavors do you like focus on? Because we're looking at your Lauryn Hill, I think, prolific piece that you have going on over there. I mean, what else do you do? Like you sketch, portraits, you...
I paint, I like to draw a lot, I like to do abstract art. Anything artistic, I like to dance as well. Like there's a lot of different types of arts, I just like to be in it.
But so do you teach? Like, I mean, when you're really good at something, you get the experience and the skills. So have you thought about teaching other young artists how to get involved in tattooing or even...
I would love to. I would definitely love to. But this is a really hard industry to get into. Like, people think it's just fun and games, but
Yeah.
it's a serious thing to get into. And I would like to pass my knowledge on to somebody that's really passionate about it. And I haven't found anybody yet, but and I would love to find somebody that's really passionate about it and work with them to teach them and pass on my knowledge and skills. So what inspires me about about this tattooing is that my culture is my biggest inspiration, because that in this culture that there's a lot of people that don't understand it, especially with like the Black community. We always we don't really realize that tattooing originated in Africa, and like that's the way we used to like tell where we're from and use scarring and tattoos as tribal marks and stuff like that. So now I would love to like bring it back into our culture and express it and say that this is something okay for us to do in a modern way.
So with tattooing, like, do you personally have like tribal tattoos or anything like that?
I personally don't have any tribal tattoos, but I have my tribe tattoos.
I think that's what it is. You add your own touch to it, and
definitely.
whatever current day expresses your mood and how you feel. Okay, so what is next for TC's tattooing in Hamilton? I mean, are you trying to be mobile with it? Are you trying to go different places? Do you want people to just come to you?
Now that I have my own space and that I have more freedom to do my work the way I want to, I would love to go to more conventions, travel more, maybe even go to Europe and do like a couple sessions, guest spots, and maybe even step into the world of piercings.
Nice. So with tattooing, like, what are your specialty tattoos? I think you do like grayscale. You do a lot of like
I
black.
like to do black and gray. I like to do more realistic. My kind of favorite type of tattoos are kind of Afrocentric, just to like bring our history into it. And my passion is kind of like urbanish, kind of to the new crowd, modern type of thing.
So let me ask you, what about sleeves? Do you enjoy doing sleeves, like almost doing like a full arm or a full body?
For a sleeve, if I get the freedom to do what I like to do, then definitely I would love to do sleeve. But yeah, sleeves are always fun to do. Body pieces, back pieces, any part of the body, as long as it's a canvas, I'm really cool with that.
Yeah, and I know tattooing takes long, so if anybody's interested in learning more about TC, we have your handle on the screen, and definitely contact her. She is in the heart of Hamilton, near the Hamilton City Center, and she is open and available by appointments. You can walk in sometimes, but definitely call her and she'll make the time for you. All right, thank you, TC. Is there anything you want to say to anybody before you go?
Everybody's welcome.
Beautiful.
We do it for the culture.
I love it. And that's today's ink culture. All right, guys.